Excuse me. Clear my throat there before I actually start talking, my friends. What's going on? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And today, this morning, or wherever you're at in the world, we have a young gentleman who is coming to us. And by young, I mean 19, coming to us from Houston, or at least that's where he's from. Let's see if he's still living there. Sully Wadsworth. What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome, man. Are you still living in Houston, Texas?
I'm actually living in Nashville, Tennessee right now.
Okay. I love Nashville, man. I love Nashville. Actually, Houston is a place that I haven't been. Nashville is a place that I love. So awesome, brother. Well, are you out there in college, or what are you doing in Nashville?
No, I came out here in the beginning of the year to do we had a branch in Houston and a branch in Nashville to do roofing sales. And
Okay.
My boss said like he wants me to come live out here, and I've just been living here ever since. I don't work for them anymore. I'm just doing fully digital marketing, but
Nice.
yeah, I just decided to stay. I like it too. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Awesome, bro. Well, the good thing about having an online business is you can live wherever you want, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. If I was a young man like yourself, which I was one day, and at one back in the day when I was 19, I sound like a grandpa sometimes these days. No offense to the many grandpas who are a part of our community here, but yeah, I would have loved to have kind of traveled around and lived in some different places. Now I probably would have been slumming it. Now, thankfully, my wife books us in really nice hotels, and I actually get to sleep in a bed, and probably not some cot or somebody's couch at an Airbnb like I probably even would do to this day if I planned my own travel, because I'm the worst at that kind of stuff. But live it up, brother. Live it up while you're young, man. So what led you to Legendary?
So I quit my roofing job in the end of June, and I didn't really have anything going on. I took this course online to be an insurance adjuster, just because it was something easy. My mom's doing it. We work with adjusters a lot as a roofer,
Yeah.
filing claims and stuff with the insurance, and it was just something easy and just something to make money to get by. Because I'm living out here with my 19-year-old girlfriend, just us two. So we're being adults for the first time and trying to figure out everything, and
Sure.
and can't live with my boss forever, especially if I don't work there. So I didn't really have much going on, and I was taking that course to be an adjuster, and then I was on TikTok and I found. Do you remember Eric Forner?
The name sounds familiar.
So I saw him on TikTok. I think he was on like a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And I didn't even know what affiliate marketing was. I knew about digital marketing, but just basic level stuff. And I was just going through his feed because it was on my For You page, and I was like, okay, what is this? And then it was really interesting, and he goes live every night at 7. So I was like, okay. So I joined the lives, and I was like, oh, it's question time, and I was just shooting like questions at him just left and right, and I was like, honestly, it got to the point where I was asking so much, I was like, I don't even care if I'm being annoying right now. I'm just gonna keep getting my the answers that I need. And he was being so helpful and kept answering. And I was like, dude, how do I do this? Like, this sounds awesome. And sure enough, the link was in his bio. And that was like 6 weeks ago. And I clicked on it, and so far it's changing my life.
So you went through the 15-day challenge, and that was revealing and positive for you?
Oh, yeah. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. What was some of your big aha moments? As you come from roofing sales and then even insurance adjustment, this is your first time doing any sort of affiliate marketing or digital marketing, right? 6 weeks ago. You're super fresh, right?
Yeah.
So what, is this something that you're thinking, hey, I can do this to make some money, for sort of like you were thinking of the insurance adjusting stuff? Or are you seeing bigger, greener pastures out in the future of how you can turn this into, a small empire for yourself?
Oh, definitely that second one. I definitely like the future's too bright. It's blinding me. Whenever I started the 15-day challenge and I hopped on those calls with the business advisor, I was like, dude, like all my eggs are in this basket right now. I don't even care. I'm going to succeed no matter what. And I was like, I mean, I had a goal even in the beginning when I had that like unrealistic optimism. I was like, I want to be making $10,000 a month by next year. Like, I'm just going to do whatever I can because I mean, I have all day to do this and to learn and to apply. And that's just what I've been doing for the past 6 weeks straight. So yeah, I definitely want to turn it into like a small empire.
Yeah. And you've already had, you told us in your application, your first $100 day and your first $1,000 day, you've gained nearly 20,000 TikTok followers over a span of 3 weeks. So, I mean, you've had some pretty big wins right out of the gate that I mean, for me in my first 6 weeks, back when I was, walking both ways in my house, uphill in the snow to the computer, there I go with my grandpa stuff again. But I was running around in my underwear in the house, man, when I just started generating a few leads. So I mean, to have your first $100 day, your first $1,000 day within the first 6 weeks, and maybe you even had it sooner than that, I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. That's a big deal. What was the reaction like? How did you react? And walk us through that, as if we were a fly on the wall for that.
It was great, and honestly, I only started learning 6 weeks ago. I actually started promoting exactly a month ago on this day, August 9th. So now it's September 9th. And whenever I got that high ticket, I was like, this is powerful stuff. If I can just replicate this and keep doing it and keep providing, valuable content, I can help change my life and change other people's lives. And that's what I love about it.
So your girlfriend, being such a young man, she's a big part of your why, and you said that she's in your questionnaire. You said that she sacrificed quite a bit for you. What was the celebration or reaction from her when she saw that this is real and saw you make some money and what was her reaction like?
She was like, "Let's go out to eat." I was like, "Calm down. We're still, living frugally, trying to figure this out."
Calm down, baby girl. It's still ramen noodles tonight, okay? We ain't balling yet. We ain't even balling on a budget yet. We still getting started here. We still ramen status. We'll get next week. If I hit another $1,000 day, we'll get some fast food. The week after that, okay, I'll take you to Chipotle. Just chill, right?
Yeah.
My man. Wow. So, man, she's like, let's go out. You're really in that fresh stage to where even going out to eat in your life is a big deal, right, bro?
Oh yeah, huge. I mean, I'm trying to save every penny, and she's the complete opposite of me, but I guess that's why it works out.
Yeah.
She always wants to go out, and I'm just like, I don't know yet. Maybe once I'm like,
bro.
We can go to McDonald's or something.
So, wow, bro, you're really taking me. I mean, I was probably more like your girlfriend in terms of being just, yeah, like less frugal,
Yep.
But yeah, man, like I'm thinking, but I used to eat these, and my wife, my then girlfriend, used to hate it, but I used to eat these Dinty Moore beef stews. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but it's literally like kind of a step up from dog food, Yeah, it's like this beef stew from Dinty Moore, man. And it's got more salt in it. I mean, than you can shake a stick at. And I used to love it. But anyways, it was so cheap. It was like, 75 cents or $1 a thing, and it'd fill you up. You know what I mean? And I used to eat those things all the time. Kind of took me back there. Nice. So you've got 20,000 followers on TikTok. That's where things really start, is really kind of choosing a business model, understanding how that business model works, getting your mechanical pieces set up, your bridge page funnel, etc., and then kind of choosing a traffic strategy. And you jumped back over on TikTok and you've been able to build up 20,000 followers, and I would assume pump some pretty decent traffic into your funnels. What's been your top one or two things that you feel are credited for the success there on TikTok?
Um, Definitely consistency, and then second would be, I got a lot of help from Eric Forner. He's like I consider him like one of my personal mentors. Just giving me advice on TikTok and in affiliate marketing in
I
general.
see Eric, by the way. I see Eric, and I remember Eric. Yeah, I remember Eric. He's badass. He's a badass. There he is.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
owe him a lot of the credit. He's helped me out ever since I started. He's just responded. I asked him questions, even in private messages. I still asked him like a ton of questions, and now there's a little bit of a friendship there, and yeah,
Nice.
that's because of his help is the reason why my TikTok blew up so fast.
Nice. Nice. Well, man, you are pointing shout out to Eric. Big shout out. I totally remember his episode. It was awesome, and it was fun. It was fun. He's a fun dude. That's what up, Eric. That's a man, that's such a huge benefit to getting connected in this community in particular, is the connections that you make, and of course just in this industry as well. I mean, the connections that you make, the people who are literally just sitting in their living rooms or home office or wherever they're at. I mean, when I started, I literally set my desk up right in my living room. So, and, and nobody in my life understood what the hell I was doing. And quite frankly, they were pretty cynical and critical of it. They thought I was a schemer, you know what I mean? And in some respects I was. I was trying to get the hell out of the matrix. I was trying to not go and work for minimum wage like many of my friends were, that thought a good day's hard day's work for an honest day's pay. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the path to being poor for the rest of my life. So, how have you react? I mean, have you made friends your own age in Nashville? Or are you, and how do you balance between your goals and dreams, which may be much different from other kids your age, other young men your age? How are you understand the question? How are you balancing that, and how are you using connections like Eric to help support the dreams and give you that friendship that you may not be getting from other friends and family who don't understand what you're doing?
Um, so I've definitely been reaching out to a lot of people on the internet, on TikTok, on Facebook, and stuff. Whenever I first got here to Nashville, because all my friends and family are from Houston and Dallas area, so when I first came here, all I was doing was talking to homeowners, because I would go door to door, trying to see, hey, if your roof's messed up, we can help you out. So I really was only surrounded by people who are much older than me, and I didn't really have those opportunities to find like people my age in Nashville so far. I've only been here for about 6 months or so, but I still have, obviously because of technology, I can FaceTime my brother, my best friends back at home, my family.
Have you
Um,
shared with them that you're like, what is your mom, who you were both doing insurance adjusting? What does she think about what you're doing as a young man? Does she understand it? And your other friends that are close, and what are you telling them, or are you telling them anything?
oh yeah, they all know. My mom, she loves it. She thinks it's awesome, but of course, like she was expecting me to get an adjuster job, because I just taken that online course and I finished it. And I literally, as soon as I finished that, I found affiliate marketing, and then I hopped onto something new. And she was like, "Oh my God, is this gonna work out?" And I try to explain things to her, but she's always trusted me. She's always trusted my siblings as well.
Mm,
Whatever we want to do, because she knows we're not bums, and she's just like, you know what, as a parent, sometimes like it's easy to judge quickly, but I
mm.
trust you. And she's like, mom just doesn't want to worry. And I 100%
Yeah.
understand that. I have an older mentor. He's probably in his like mid 30s. He tells me the same thing too. Don't make your parents worry. And then when it comes to my friends and stuff, they all know, they're all on board. I try to like I tried to create like a friend group of people who are like-minded, and like we all want to grow together, and we don't want to be lazy, and they're all doing their own things too, and they think it's awesome. Even one of my buddies hopped onto it, and he actually he's doing really good with it too, and I'm helping him every day.
Nice, nice. I was going to share something with you about moms. You know, my mom, um, when I very first got started, she was somebody who was my biggest supporter, and you know, she was also the person that I went to in the various business ventures that I did at the beginning, that didn't work out. You know, I tried, you know, network marketing, and you know that didn't work out great for me. You know, and I tried a couple of other things, and you know, I've had a couple of rules. Speaking of going out to eat over the years, I've tried to never let her pay for anything. When we, for example, go out to dinner, back in 2012, I think she had somebody run up in her driveway and hit her car, and she needed a new car. So I was able to get her a Honda Pilot back then. And then just yesterday, I took her over to the BMW dealership, and I bought her a brand new X3. This literally just happened yesterday.
Nice.
You know, so she was super happy. And I was thinking, and I want to share it with everybody in this community, because I think that if you have somebody that, you know, if you have somebody that you love, you should, you know, work until you can do something nice for them. You know what I mean? You should work uh, until you can, you know, until you can buy them a car, until you can buy them a house, until you can, you know, take them out for dinner, all the time, and pay for their dinners. You know, I can remember, a couple of months ago, I don't remember who it was, but the story stuck with me. Um, the story stuck with me that it was such a big accomplishment for this guy to be able to take his parents out for dinner, you know, and we were just talking about going out for dinner, you know, and it was such a big accomplishment for this guy to take his parents out for dinner and pay for it, you know. And I just thought, man, you know, that's a really simple and a cool and powerful accomplishment, you know. And I think for a lot of those in our in our family, in our friend circle, who may be a little bit unsure or worry about us, like your mom. You just mentioned that your mom was like, okay, but and you're going to get this insurance adjuster job, right? You know, because she trusts you. She also worries about you because she's your mom, and moms just naturally worry about their sons. But you know, when you begin to be able to do things like take her out for dinner, or do so, you know, get her a nice gift for Christmas, or in the case of my case, I've been lucky enough, because of my consistency and work in this industry, to be able to buy my mom, not one, but now two cars, you know, and lots of dinners and lots of vacations and lots of gifts over many Christmases. Uh, and that is the best feeling, Sully. It's the best feeling because it's much more fulfilling and rewarding than buying yourself something. Because that always wears off. You know, you can buy yourself a new watch. I got lots of watches. You can buy yourself even a new car. I drive a nice car. I got some nice watches and stuff. And those are kind of, you know, some of the nicer things that I have, and a decent home and all this. I don't like to talk about what I got that much because it doesn't really matter. What matters is what have I been able to do for other people? And ultimately that's what has been the most fulfilling as well, to know that I've been able to get my dad a nice truck for him to drive in and a nice house for him to live in, and my mom, not have to worry about needing a new car and spending what's she going to get. And now she can take her car and she can bless somebody else in our family, her existing car. And she's actually coming over here in about 15 minutes, and we're going to talk about what she's going to do with that to pass that over and on to somebody else in our family and bless them. And, that I think are some of the bigger gifts that we get from this business and from this work we put in. And I know that's in your future, brother. And I'm really excited for you to share, for you to have that experience, for you to give your mom and your girlfriend that experience too, right? In the future. Is that something that you've thought about and you dream about? Is that something that you can see in your future and excites you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely, the past 2 years as I've been trying to like grow and just learn outside of high school, I just, giving. People always say that's like one of the most important things when you're growing in life and when you're like gaining wealth. Giving back is definitely huge. And I mean, I can't sit here forever telling you all the things my mom has done for me, as every mom does.
Right. Right.
Yeah, definitely want to give back and help them out too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can totally relate to that. And sometimes over the years and even now today, my mom, gets on my nerves and frustrates me. And I think that's just, that happens with any mom and son, any son who's lucky enough to still have his mom in his life,
Yeah.
because as we get older, sometimes things happen and not everybody's that lucky and that blessed, but to have anybody worry about you, man, is a blessing. When somebody's worried about you, when somebody's thinking about you, it's annoying when we're young because we want to get people off our back. But as we get older, we realize these people that have been praying for us, that have been worrying about us, that have been lifting us up and holding us up and supporting us our whole lives. When I grew up in the fog settled a little bit in my head, and I realized, holy shit, all this stuff and all these sacrifices these people have made, it made me want to work that much harder to be able to make things a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit easier for them. I'm not even talking about my children, dude. I'm just talking about all these other people who have sacrificed, because when you become a father, you have a choice, right? When you become a mother, you have a choice. And those of us who have mothers and fathers who made sacrifices for us, and there's another way to honor our parents, even if they're not here, ladies and gentlemen, and that's to follow through and take care of yourself and succeed, because that's what they would want for you, and that. So as I'm talking about our abilities for those of us who still have our parents and loved ones in our life, and you may be thinking, well, mine's gone. No. Don't get into that bullshit soundtrack that you might tell yourself. You can honor them. You can honor them by taking care of yourself and succeeding in ways that they, whatever your spiritual belief is, maybe that they're looking down on you, but in a way that they would think and be happy and proud, and they could truly rest in peace knowing that you are taking care of yourself and succeeding and living a good life. And I think that's another, man, look, as you can see, Sully, I'm the kind of dude that I'm going to grab inspiration and motivation however I can, because I know that the soundtrack that plays in my head is my choice. If I want to play some bullshit, disempowering soundtrack that's like, oh, well, I don't have anybody to really bless, and nobody wants to bless me. And I can always find a glass that's half empty.
Yeah.
But it's my job, especially as the CEO of my life and my business, to look around and find inspiring soundtracks to play in my head that will get me motivated, that will keep me pushing forward. And is that something that has come to you, that you've been sort of, I guess you would say, enlightened by with this industry and maybe some of the content here at Legendary about the mindset stuff? Was that something that you were already on the path forward? How has your mindset shifted in the last 6 weeks?
Yeah. When I was going through the 15-day challenge, I really liked how you added mindset to it, because you definitely need that. And honestly, I think most people probably won't succeed as much as they want to if they don't continually fight for that mindset every day. Because I mean, it's really easy to get negative and down every day. Like I could even complain right now, but I mean, there's always, you can always turn it a different way. There's always two sides to look at it. And just it's that consistency. And you also have to consistently fight for that mindset every day as
Yeah.
well. And the people that I've met online and everything, Eric and some of the other people, like they're just really good people who want to help. And that's helped a lot with my mindset as well.
Yeah, support is absolutely helps, and positive external reinforcement, and then building a habit takes some time. I was just talking with my nanny this morning about my son, and we were talking about how he is learning certain things, to hold a spoon and simple stuff. He actually let her read a book to him yesterday for the first time all the way through, and and he actually was turning the pages and stuff, and thankfully she's wonderful, and we love our kids, and we love to um, watch their development and kind of relive almost our childhoods back through them again. And the children are just so awe-inspiring, but it's powerful to watch them to develop their habits and improve things over a period of about 15 or 30 days. They'll get something. It took him about 15 to 30 days when he started scooting around before he was a little motor crawling all over the damn floor. We couldn't even catch him, and now he's starting to kind of pull himself up and walk, and he's not walked, but I guarantee you within 30 days he'll get it, right? Because that's how we humans work. Even into our later decades in our life, it takes us 15 to 30 days to kind of really get the hang of something, and build a habit, as they call. And yeah, I think we quit right before the miracle happens a lot of times. When we're learning new things or doing new things. It's going to be uncomfortable to get in front of the camera at first, but 15 or 30 days down the road, it's going to be easy to pick up that phone and record a new piece of content. You'll be able to tell other people, oh, it was just like that for me. Keep going. Trust me. In 15 days, it'll be like second nature to you. So, what would you say to somebody based on your experience, for example, going through the 15-day challenge, who might be listening right now and who's considering getting started in going on this journey based on what you experienced so far?
Definitely do all the assignments. Definitely get in touch with your business advisor. Mine, I mean, I treated him just like I did Eric. I just asked him questions whenever. I mean, even to the point where, like, if it bothered him, I didn't care because I'm very much, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people like this. We want to ask questions, and I like what Simon Sinek says. He says, don't be afraid to be the idiot in the room. And if I don't know something, I'm fine with trying to ask questions, even if I don't look that smart, because maybe someone else had that question, or I want to find the answer either way. So definitely take advantage of that business advisor. He'll answer a lot of questions for you, and then just take notes. Really make sure to pay attention to all the videos and treat each day like as with as much care as you can, and really just absorb all of it. Do the assignments.
Based on what you've experienced so far, do you think this deserves legitimate what we're doing here by teaching online marketing versus going to college, which is, has systematic buy-in, that's a great thing to do for your future. And it is for some people who want to become doctors and lawyers. Trust me, I want somebody who's going to operate on my heart to have lots of schooling. But do you think that the education that, for example, a company like Legendary has created for people to learn digital marketing is a legitimate path for people young and old to learn a new skill set and even create a new career path?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, in a sense, you're going back to school. Like that's what my business advisor told me, and that's 100% right. And like I was in school like 2 years ago, and it feels almost exactly like college, but it's better because it's something that I know is going to directly lead me somewhere. And it's the reason I'm here today, because of that 15-day challenge. And for, I mean, for the value that you get out of it, it's huge. Like it's much more than anyone could ask for, to be honest.
And much different than dropping or committing to $40,000 for the next 4 years when you're not even yet clear about what you want to do when you grow up. Because I'm still not even clear about that either. You know, I'm just having fun still for 10 years in this industry. And I guess it's a career at this point. You know, I've certainly turned it into one. But is there really ever such a thing as committing to something for the rest of your life? I mean, even my marriage, my wife and I say, sometimes we say, well, God damn it, we're just going to get through this week, you know, and we'll let next week. I mean, now we're settled into our marriage, but I'll tell you, for about 10 years, in the first 10 years, we were like holding on, baby. You know what I mean? It was a rocky ride, you know? So it's like you think about something that's so much less important, which is a job or, you know, a career path. That's less important than your most important relationship. It's like making that decision to commit to a certain job or certain industry when you're 18 or 19 years old. It sounds crazy to me, bro. And you're actually 18 or 19. And if I said, Sully, tell me what you want to do for the rest of your life right now, and commit to a $40,000 student loan that you can never get forgiven, and you absolutely need to pay it off. There's no bankruptcy. It's the only thing you can't put into a bankruptcy. So even your credit cards could get forgiven in a bankruptcy, but student loans cannot. Is that an insane, is that an insane place to be backed into as an 18 and 19-year-old?
Yeah. 100%.
Does it feel like it? I mean, I don't know, because I'm not 18 or 19 anymore, and I dropped out of high school in 9th grade. So, but to me, it seems, and again, it seems predatory to me to take an 18 or 19-year-old person who going out to dinner is a big deal and say, sign on this dotted line and commit $40,000 in 4 years of your life to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life. It just, you know what I mean? And there's nobody that's talking to our young kids about that, because everybody's saying, well, what college are you going to go to? What college are you going to go to? And it's almost like that's the only choice. And part of sort of my mission, and it's probably why I'm ranting about this right now, is that we can make self-education and we can make online communities like what we've built here at Legendary available to people who are older, but also younger, who may not want to commit to a massive student loan, who may not have gotten a scholarship, right? And who don't have wealthy family who can pay for them to go to college, to let them know there is another path, and it can be as or more lucrative than any job that you'll ever get.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not even that big of a risk to, like, considering the price of the 15-day challenge. Like, I heard this quote the other day where it was like, the biggest risk that you could take is playing it safe. And that's true. A lot of people live lives and have jobs that they hate, and that's the only way to get by. And I don't want to be like that. So I'm not going to fail. But even if I failed, like, I could still do the normal way of life. I could still make it that way.
Right.
You know, go through college and whatnot, the cookie cutter way. But it's really even not that huge of a risk if you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. And you know, the cool thing is that for those of you who might have got offended by my college rant and think that I'm a college hater, I'm not. If you went to college and you have a career in your degree field, and if you gained lots of experience and knowledge from your college experience, more power to you. But I think we can all agree that kids coming out of high school where their brains fully haven't even developed. I don't even think my brain's fully developed yet, but it's proof that male brains don't develop until they're about 25. You know, women develop a little bit sooner. Their brains develop a little bit sooner than that. But males, and I think I'm a late bloomer. I think like I said, my brain's still developing here. to be forced into only one path is insanity. It's predatory. It's total bullshit. And I'm just glad that you are the type of dude at your age who's playing the field a little bit. And I know you love your girlfriend. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about exploring your options out here for your career path, and you're developing some skills. And if you stick with it, and I know you won't fail if you put your mind to it, that by the time you're 21, within the next 24 months, dude, you're going to be sitting in a completely different environment. Going out to eat is going to become the norm for you. You may have even bought mom a car by then. And your girlfriend's going to be blown away because she's going to get to go to Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all this and buy all the nice stuff that she wants. And she can go to Ruth Chris and have a nice steak after she goes shopping, with her girlfriends.
I'm still going to say no after that.
Good man. Well, listen, brother, hey, live below your means. That's a great lesson. And it's another thing that a lot of our gurus on Instagram, right? Don't, it's always the Lambos and all this bullshit. But the truth is that living below your means and investing and saving money and investing money back into your business and making sure you have 6 months of bills in case anything happens or you get sick or whatever is a much sexier path than flexing with some Lamborghini that you can't afford, and eventually you're going to get repoed anyways, right? So keep it up, brother. You're a wise young man. Tell your mom I said hello. Tell your girlfriend, shout out to her. She sounds awesome. And come back and keep us posted in a couple of months, will you?
Yes, 100% yes.
All right, Sully. See you, buddy. Keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye. All right, my friends, go and follow passive.incomer on TikTok. That's Sully Wadsworth, cool young man. And of course, and again, shout out to Eric Fortner, the dude who has been super supportive and helpful to Sully. And shout out to everybody on the show this morning who's been commenting and sending good energy in and supporting Sully here on the show. And go and follow him and comment and like his stuff and lift him up, just like I say every single day. That's what this community is all about, and that's one of the best ways that we can help each other. If you're sitting on the sidelines for some reason and haven't taken the challenge yet, do that. You can hear and see from guest after guest why that's a good decision. And if you can't afford it and you want to be a part of our more exclusive learning community in our business blueprints, then take our blueprints. I know you won't regret that. It'll be one of the best investments you ever make. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow for another episode. Be legendary. Get out of here. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace.